Hey guys, and welcome back to the Retouching series, video number 3. So last time we talked about stamping, cloning, and how to select different parts of the image and how to work on them separately. We stamped out a few areas. I filled in some of the solar panels over here, and I got done with this. I took away the buildings as well, and now it looks like she's on a bed of solar panels, and everything is really clean. So basically today's video is going to be on spot healing, but I just want to start off with this stamping just in case you might have missed it, and there is going to be a time frame in the description in case you want to skip stamping and go straight to spot healing. Okay, so now if I want to get done with all this flyaway here, I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to start. I'm going to increase the brush size and start. Okay. Now it depends on how much I want to edit and how much I want to take out. If you look at my brush settings, my edge is hard, which means my hardness. I set it at 100% because I want to keep hard edges, because I want to define these edges. Once I've dealt with the larger brush, I'm going to reduce the size of the brush, zoom in, and kind of work at the details. Now all of this is according to your preference. In some cases you might like the hair. I actually kept it like it was before when I was retouching this image, but this time I wanted to take it away and see if it could look better. If you mess up, you can always undo, like in most softwares. Oops, messed up again. And yeah, I actually like that. Okay, so in a lot of cases, what happens is when you're using a hard brush, you sort of get these hard edges. So in this case, we can't really see any, but what I usually do to deal with that is I lower the hardness of my brush. I normally just take out the environment and I start putting it back in case I made some edges, and these soft clones will just take out any edges that I left out. So I think that actually looks nice if I compare it to my original image. So ideally, it's good to make copies or to work on separate layers like I worked on layer 3 and layer 4, but just to save time, I think I just worked on. Okay, so now that we're done with stamping and cloning, I'm going to move on to spot healing. What spot healing will allow us to do is to work on different spots of the image and remove blemishes and small points that I feel need to be worked on. So I'm just going to very quickly, I'm working on the wrong layer. So what I'll do is I'll actually merge these layers and I'll just work on them as one. So now when I work on these small blemishes and lines, I can easily just take them out. In some cases, I might want to keep some. In some cases, I might not. And if you mess up, you can always go back. Okay, so very quickly, just going through the points. In case I forget, now this is where this comes in. So I was talking about her face, maybe some points here. And I'm going to maybe work on that. Small points here. And it's always good to zoom in and zoom out of your image so you know what things you're working on. Sometimes when you're zoomed in for too long, you kind of lose perspective. So some of these folds I'm gonna fix later. Maybe spots on her shoes. In some cases you might not want to make it as neat as this, but I feel that it might work for this mood. And in some cases I would just leave a lot of things like they are. Spot healing takes care of a lot of small blemishes and lines that normally would take a lot of time to just clone and fix. So that's basically it. That's what spot healing does, is it takes care of all the blemishes, all the small spots and lines that would be too cumbersome to take care of through stamping. You could also take care of them through stamping, but I feel that this is a much easier way and it saves a lot of time. So when I normally don't have to stamp, I just start with maybe stamping the hair and just starting off with spot healing and just working on the skin quickly before I work on the skin texture and colors later on. So yeah guys, thank you. Thank you. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends so it can benefit more people and hopefully encourage me to make more content. And I'd love some feedback. Thank you guys. Take care.